Hi, I'm Jeff, and I'm the Tech Guru, and I'm here to help you. Hello, I'm Jeff, and I'm the Tech Guru with a Windows tip of the day. So the tip I have today is about Windows Boot Manager. If you install multiple versions of Windows or even Linux and your boot manager is starting to get a little messy and cluttered and you want to reorganize something about your boot manager, so let's fix our boot manager. Okay, let's get started. Just open up your Firefox or Internet Explorer, type in neosmart.net, then scroll down to recent releases, and then click on Easy BCD. Once you click on that, scroll all the way down until you see download. Just click on that download link, and then once you got it downloaded, just install it. It's very easy to install. Once you have it installed, just click on Easy BDC. And then just click yes. Now it brings up the box. Now I do recommend, because you are modifying your Windows and the bootloader, I always recommend backing up. So make sure you back up your Windows and even your bootloader. And to back up your bootloader, this Easy BDC actually does it for you. Just click on Manage Bootloader and Backup Settings. Once you have that done, and it says successfully backed it up, it will just show it right on the bottom. Now you want now in my instance, I have Windows 7 64-bit and 32-bit edition installed on my Windows. Now I can't tell, because when I go to the bootloader or the bootloader, it just says Windows 7, but I don't know which version I have running. So I know, for instance, if you do a dual boot with Windows 7, because some of us need the 32-bit and the 64-bit loaded, just because certain 32-bit operating systems don't work necessarily very well with the 64-bit. So sometimes you have to have two versions depending what you're doing. Most of the 99% of the time you should be fine with the 64-bit, but there are still some applications that just don't work very well. So if you have to install Windows 7 twice with different the bit versions, so first off, I'm going to go to Windows 7. Now I already started working away, but that's actually wrong. So I'm going to change that to 32-bit, because I installed Windows 64-bit first and then installed the 32-bit second. But as you keep installing, the newest one you installed puts it at the very top. So 32 is on my very top, so I'm going to hit Save Changes, and then I'm going to go to Windows 7, the one that I haven't entered in, and entered 64-bit. Save Settings. Let's try that one more time. 64-bit. There we go. Now it's accepted my changes. So now I have a button for 32 and one for 64-bit. Now you can even select how Windows boots, because sometimes this is going to be different if you have XP installed or an older version of Windows and you're doing different version of Windows. So that's fine. Now also too, you can change which one you want to boot first. So I prefer to just boot into 32 first, because actually most of my applications are on the 32-bit, but some more my advanced programs where I need more RAM, that's why you'd use 64-bit for doing the stuff that needs to be more RAM, and that's totally built for 64. And you can change your bootloader timeout, so you can set it to a second or increase it as up to 99 seconds, I believe. And once you have that done, I'm leaving it at default 30, so just hit Save Changes. Now you can actually, if you are installing other operating systems, or if you're a Mac person with the Boot Camp, you can actually add, so you don't have to use the Linux operating system, or if you're using Windows XP, because they don't use the Windows Boot Manager, but you can trick it so it will. And it's kind of nice and easy. So if you have an older version of Windows, you just tell it Windows NT XP blah blah blah. You type in that XP, and then you just aim it to whatever hard drive you want it. Now for Linux, it's very easy. You just tell what type of bootloader it's using. Usually most of the time it's Grub or Lilo or FreeBSD. Most of the time it's just the Grub. You just type in the name of your Linux, or type whatever you want, and tell it what partition you actually installed your Linux to. Now it's similar for the Mac. You just tell what type of Mac you're using, and if it's an iMac or the Mac Gbook. Now for some of the people who are using the Mac emulator sort of thing for the PC, you do have to tell it what type, if it is the PC based hack Mac or whatever you want to call it, and then you just type in the name. So then you get the bootloader when you're using the Mac version. And you can install a NeoGrub bootloader, which is a Linux base, if you want to replace the whole Windows. So some neat features there, some advanced options if you want to go right through them. Pretty well. There's nothing you really need to really modify in here, except for if you want to limit Windows to how many CPUs you want to have running on it. I wouldn't get into too much of that, and you can select which ones you have, but this is mostly meant for if you're doing a dual boot with Windows 7 and Vista, or doing double boots of Windows 7 or Vista. That's what this tool was more intended with. Now of course when you do install this, this is meant for the Vista, but it does work with Windows 7, so they haven't really made an update for Windows 7, but it does work for Windows 7, so you don't have to worry too much. They do have other software there, so you can just check it out at NeoSmart. So, so let's see how it actually boots up. And you can see here when I do boot up my system, now I got my Windows 7 64 and 32-bit, so I can click on each one and it will work for me perfect. So that is the tech tip for today, and if you want to have your questions answered by me, please send your questions to questions@thetechguru.tv. So, and you can also visit my website, thetechguru.tv, for more information. And also too, I do live streaming, so you can visit me over at ustream.tv and just type in the Tech Guru TV and you'll find me there every Tuesday at 8 p.m. So that is it for my tech tip, so I'll see you later.